Air India crash families already struggling with unimaginable grief, now dealing with another heartbreaking blow. Shocking news report that's now emerged from the UK suggesting that at least 2 families have received wrong bodies. In one case, a funeral had to be cancelled when relatives of the victim there found that the body that they had received, the coffin that they had received, did not have the body of their loved ones. Of course, these are images that we are showing, general images and shots of families at large. But the 2 particular families that I'm speaking of are those from the United Kingdom. They are loved ones who were travelling, who died in this crash. 2 of the families claim that they've received wrong bodies, and they found out after they actually carried out DNA tests to see if it matches with their loved ones. Now, that's shocking enough. In another case, body parts of more than one victim was mistakenly placed in the same casket. So, in one coffin, there were 2 bodies and they don't recognize the other. The mix-up has only come to light when London coroner conducted a DNA check on the remains that they received in London and found that the identities did not match with the families as per the DNA records they had. According to sources in India, the remains were handled by the government civil hospital in Ahmedabad. It was a government responsibility, we hear, where DNA samples and sealing of coffins were done by them. Air India, we understand, has not been involved in this identification process. Air India is only involved in transporting the coffins to UK via Kenyan International, a global emergency services firm. But otherwise, all the DNA tests and identification, etc., was all dealt with the Ahmedabad government hospital. But families here who are grieving, they say the damage is already done. They say that they've been robbed of even the dignity of a proper farewell to their loved ones. Of course, Indian government promising to look into it. This is a fresh anguish that unfolds. Indian government says it has been working very closely with United Kingdom officials since this issue was flagged. MEA spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal has said identification was done as per protocols and technical requirements. It was all done professionally, and that the mortal remains were handled with utmost professionalism and dignity. This is what the Indian government has said. MEA spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal has issued a statement on this. Now, while the investigation continues, this controversy really adding pressure on the government at this point, and also pressure on Air India, that's already under scrutiny over multiple safety scares in the recent past. The timing of this also is very significant. Remember, this is right in time when Prime Minister Modi is visiting the United Kingdom. The issue could very well feature in official talks there.